All right, we are gonna take it down to the ground for a lying down sensual dance series. It's possible. We're gonna do it together. Okay, so I like to tell my ladies that you don't just magically appear on the ground. We gotta get there sexily. So, as usual, your feet are about hip width apart. I want you to start swaying your hips side to side. Wake up your feminine body. Get into those curves. Sway, sway, sway. And we're going to slowly start to bring it down to the floor. No rush. So come up to your tiptoes. Come down to a squat and bring one leg down. Okay? And then unfold the back foot and then the other leg. So nice and slow. And then come down to your heels. And we're going to recline onto our back. So I'm going to bring my hips down. Slowly slide your hand out. Melt down to your hip. And then untangle your legs back behind you. I've double folded my mat because we are going to come up to our knees briefly. So you can do that as well. So recline all the way back. Nice and slow. This is called a reverse mud flat girl or a falling or descending goddess. So chin to the sky, head goes back, and recline all the way down. Let your head come down first. All right. So now that we're here, we're gonna go into lying hip circles. So come up to your tiptoes, bring them in towards your booty, and you're gonna come up, press up towards the ceiling. Pinch your shoulder blades behind you, bring them in and together, and you're going to press your hips up towards the ceiling. Now I want you to press them out towards the right side. Then bring them across the mat, and then around the left side and back up. So I want you to imagine you have a hula hoop around your waist, and you're trying to get your hips along the inside of that hula hoop. So all the way around, come up, and press your toes. Take your time and take your hands along your body, tracing the curves of your body. And you can take your hands up through your hair, along your chest, and let's reverse that other direction. So again, dropping your hips down, come up, squeeze your calves, make those legs work. Really press up, nice and slow. And again, tracing the lines of your body. This is a nice, good, slow song. So lying hip circles, and then you're going to melt your back down towards the mat. And we're going to go into a one-legged prance. So plant your left foot down. Okay, you can actually come up to that tiptoe if you want a little extra challenge, which I'll do. I'll come up to my tiptoes. Take your right leg to the ceiling and point your toe. Just imagine a nice, delicious line from your hip bone all the way to your big toe. You're going to take your elbows, press into the mat, come up, balancing on your left foot, and push that leg across the room like you're trying to paint a rainbow with your big toe. Okay? Then drop your hips, bring your knee back in towards your chest, and then extend and push. And again, repeat, pull in, push. Bring that leg as close to your body as you can. You can take your hands and trace the lines of that leg, and then push. Let's get one more. Extend. Melt down. Drag that foot in. Other side, because it gotta be even. Come up to your shoulder blades. Lengthen your leg and push. Reach. Bring that knee in. Inhale. Exhale, bicycle it out. Trying to reach a little higher up to the ceiling each time. Coming up nice and high. Stay in contact with your body, with your hands. One more. And then melt down. Now we're going to prance both legs. Obviously our hips aren't going to come off the ground because you'd have special powers if you can do that. We're going to peel both legs up. So Nice and slow. Drag your feet across the floor from straight position all the way up. Extend them up towards the ceiling. You can give them a little love, and you're going to bring one knee in, bicycle the other one out, and then switch. And you can give your legs a nice little pull and stretch. Pull and stretch. And try to keep your back sealed to the mat. So you don't want to be arched here. Take the pressure off your low back. Prance it out. See how sexy that is? Just tracing the lines of your legs. Taking your time, really reaching. Now we're going to come up into a mud flap girl, one of our classic moves here to come up off the floor. So think of a mud flap girl on the back of a trucker's mud flap in that position that she's sitting in. We're going to bring our hands, palms face the ground. You're going to bring your legs up and you're going to swing your hips. So swing your feet and your knees and your hips up and then come up, head back, preferably, as you come up. My mic was slipping. So you're going to come up to the seated position. One leg is bent. So my left leg is bent, my right leg is straight. Now I'm going to roll over my straight leg. So I'm going to go to my right side. And I'm going to push my butt back. Okay? Got a nice little flirty kick going on behind me. And I'm just going to slowly crawl to my mat. So lunge one leg forward, then the other leg. And this is why it's nice to have your mat folded, because it's extra cushion for your knees. Next, we have glider, which is an awesome hip stretch. So you're going to take your hands on the floor, and you're going to spread your fingers wide. Take your hips all the way back to your heels. And then you're going to swing your hips around to the right. Kick up one of your feet, and then swing your hips to the other side. And push all the way back. And I want you're just going nice and slow, you're gliding. My arms aren't bending at all. So I'm not bending my elbows. I'm keeping my hips doing all the movement and adding that flirty kick behind me. And it doesn't matter which way your feet come up. You can just alternate or do one. And let's go ahead and switch directions with our glider. So you're drawing an oval with your hips, nice and slow, all the way around. You can close your eyes and melt into the music. You can throw in a head toss here if you'd like as you come around. Swoop your hair back. It's fun. And then from here, we're going to go into kneeling hip circles. So I'm going to bring my knees up a little bit higher so that way my feet are also on the mat. You're going to sit back on your heels. And for this one, you're going to come up to your knees, standing on your knees, and you're going to draw those circles with your hips. So you're going to swoop your hips across your heels and around through center. So coming all the way around. Big, big, delicious hip circles. Hands tracing along your body. Getting your hair nice and messy. And then we're going to have you throw in a head toss. So very similar to our standing hip circles. You're going to drop your hips, drop your head, and swoop your hair over to the other side. Takes a little bit of practice. And don't get frustrated if you can't do it. Just keep practicing, you'll get it. Let's go the other direction. Swoop. Remember, constantly touching your body or getting creative and getting your arms around you. One more. Awesome. Okay, great. So, we spent a little time in each of those exercises exercises. Now I want to put it together. We're going to do this together. We're going to put all 6 of those exercises together and make it a cute, I say cute, but it's probably sexy, dance routine. So it's more of a floor dance routine. There are so many possibilities in mixing all this stuff up, and I have tons more where this came from, but this is going to be just 6 moves we're going to pair together. Let's hear what our next song is. All right, let's roll with it. All the way down. Melt to the floor. Bring your feet to your booty. Let's go through this sequence. So line hip circles. You just want to do a few. And then go ahead and immediately pull up your right leg, prance it out. Pull it into your chest, prance it out. Drop it down to the floor, slide that toe back to where it came from. Other side. Prance it out. Drop it. Extend the other leg, sexy stretch all the way out with both arms. And then slowly peel both legs back up. Drag your hands across the floor till they reach your booty. Extend your legs. And let's slowly prance it out. Taking your time, no rush. Enjoying that stretch. And then from here, remember, mud flap girl. Bring both legs up, hands out to your sides. Rock your hips and come up. Roll over your straight leg. Push your booty back, nice arch in your low back. And sexy crawl to your mat. Lunging one leg through at a time and going for glider. Arms are straight, hips are doing all the work. Get really, really big with the circles. Couple more. Last one. Walk your knees to the front of your mat. Just sort of lunge each side in. Come up to your knees. Hips circle it out. Head toss. And one more. Let's repeat again. Melt to your hip. Drop your booty down. Swivel your legs around and out in front of you. Maybe just inch your booty to the edge of your mat. Dive back. Line hip circles. These are fun. Get way up there with your hips. Prance it out, one leg. This is a great song. Drop that leg. Slowly drag that foot back to your booty. Take the other leg up. Drop that leg, extend the other one, big, delicious, sexy stretch, and then peel both legs up. Draw the toes to the ceiling, prance it out. Mud flap girl, hands at your sides, come up. Roll over your straight leg, push your butt back. Lunge it through. Glider stretch. Circle those hips out. Don't forget that flirty kick. And of course a spicy head toss. Lunge your knees through one at a time. Hip circles. Really push your hips out. I invite you to use your arms and get out there. Push your hips all the way out and around. Get a good booty stretch. Make those thighs work. One more. What's that perfect timing or what? I did not plan that. We ended nicely on that song. So there you have it. You had 6 sensual dance exercises on your back. Really working and firing up your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, but more importantly, firing up your sexy. Let me know what you thought. You guys know where to find me.